Hello and welcome to the St Kilda and Bayside report for the month of October 2013. I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm Jeremy Rosens.
And it's all happening, Jeremy. We're right in the thick of it now. Spring's here and it's all happening. What can you tell us and our viewers?
I can tell you an interesting thing because we've been now doing GPTV for how long, Gary?
Oh, I've been doing it for a
couple of years.
A couple of years already, yeah.
My mum, God bless her, and a big hello to mum, she's just discovered GPTV.
Right? She enjoying it?
She has only watched half an episode.
Very good.
Because someone rang her phone in between and she can't do two things at once on the phone.
Sometimes it's only good in small doses anyway, this show.
Well, this could be her first live screening, so mum, I hope you're watching and enjoying.
What's happening down in St Kilda and the Bayside? What's going on, Mr.
Well,
Rosens?
it's been a very busy September. Football finals have taken over Melbourne. They've been and gone, and it's now real estate full bore until the end of the year.
Yep, congratulations
but September,
to
yes,
right.
well done. Well done to them.
Congratulations to the Blue Boys. We've got the finals, thankfully.
Yep,
thanks,
and Daisy Thomas coming across.
Yeah, no worries.
Eddie Betts gone.
See you later, Eddie.
Thanks for your memories.
What's happening in St Kilda? What's going on? We're selling, we're listing.
Yes, we're selling, we're listing, we're doing all of the above. In fact, we're now on the, 7th of October, and we've already made 5 sales for the month of October.
Very good.
But we're not here to talk about October. No, we're here to talk about September.
And why don't we talk about where we are right now? Because we are in the most extraordinary property. And what I love about this property, Jeremy, is that it's so unassuming outside. You would think this is a pretty, but not spectacular necessarily home. But when you get inside, it's a whole new ball game, isn't it?
It is unbelievable. I talk about this place being the Grand Designs.
The address, by the way, sorry.
5 Elmer Place in the heart of St Kilda.
Please continue. Yeah.
This one was, the owners here bought this as a relatively unassuming 2-3 bedroom, one of a pair, and have turned it into the most spectacular home that you're ever going to see.
Now, we've got some shots on screen. You can see some of the living areas, absolutely fantastic. But how about that back garden?
Magical, enchanted.
Enchanted, enchanting. It's got a botanical garden feel, maybe not at the scale of botanical gardens, but certainly a beautiful feel. And,
well, it's not far off the scale. It's 55 metres from the front door to the very back fence. So it's almost there.
And how's the location here?
Doesn't get any better. You're right in the heart of St Kilda. You've got the beach close by.
Chapel Street that way, beach that way, Fitzroy Street over there, Carlisle Street over there.
Not bad with your directions.
Not too bad. I do know where I'm going, thankfully.
We can put the compass away now.
Talk to us about some of the other properties that are coming up. This one comes up when?
This is on the big weekend that we've got, 26th and 27th of October, and we have a bumper weekend that weekend with a lot of action Bayside in terms of what auctions that we've got.
Yeah, we've got 30 across the company. That's the biggest weekend we've ever had in the history of the business.
We do. In fact, the Bayside, in the Bayside areas from now until, we'll call it November, December, we've got just shy of 30 forthcoming auctions.
Fantastic.
And the year is not yet over, so I'm sure there'll be a few more. Yep. So this is going up on the 26th of October.
Yep.
We've had our first weekend, lots of people through. This is going to fly, a beautiful home. I urge you, even if you don't want to buy, but you want to look at great architecture, come and have a look.
This is the one. A beautiful home.
Yes.
Last time we had this actual St Kilda and Bayside report, we talked about a very good Bayside address being Dundas Place. Perhaps some of the viewers want to know what happened there.
I am very pleased to report we had a fantastic auction.
Yep, we did.
I'm not sure that I can disclose the exact amount, but what I can say is that we sold, I'd say, $450,000, $500,000 in excess of the vendor's reserve.
Yeah, that was a beauty. It was a real
bumper auction.
And a great fun to be in Dundas Place, a particularly good address, Jeremy, and a great outcome and competitive as it should have been.
4 or 5 bidders, and that was a highlight certainly of the weekend, but also of my career, because that was just an unbelievable auction, a great result.
Now you've been chipping along in Ackland Street, St Kilda, the project there.
I have. Tell us about that. Before we get to that, Gary, I want to just explain what happened after Dundas, because we had the heights of Dundas Place, and then we got on down to Fitzroy Street.
Yeah.
So we went to the heights of 500,000 over reserve, and we went down to Fitzroy Street to the George Cinema, to the car spaces there, and we sold a car space for the princely sum of $10,500.
Now there might be a lot of people watching here that are wanting to get rid of their car spaces, Jeremy. So
well, we've got 2 underbidders on that one. We didn't go to auction, but we got some offers.
We'll be happy recipients of any listings of cars. So the message is: no job too small, no job too big. Bring it on, plenty of room on board the Gary Peer & Associates St Kilda bus.
Correct.
Now get back to Ackland Street, tell us about that.
Ackland Street, that development that I think we just about talk about every time we do GPTV, because we sell
It's quintessential St Kilda, isn't it?
It is. It's right in the heart of it. There were 22 when we started. but there is only one left.
Wow, there you go. Well, that's a great project, very successful. Well done in cleaning all of those up.
Thank you. One more to go. $649 is the asking price. So come on down, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, car space. Best location in Melbourne, doesn't get any better.
What other sales do you want to tell us about, or offerings?
Coming up, as I said, 26th, 27th of October, busy weekend. We've got some top-end action.
Yes.
Lempriere Avenue, we've got something that's going to be selling there in excess of $2 million.
Do you know, Lempriere Avenue, for those that don't know, that would have to be probably the best street in Eastern Kilda, but certainly one of my favourite streets in the whole of Melbourne. And when you talk about,
it's got those old street lamps.
It's got the coachman's lamps, because all of the power is underground. There's no power points there, Jeremy. And in fact, so much do I love that street that I've actually taken my kids down there, because it's like a walk down memory lane. You've got beautiful Green Meadows Park at the end of the street. It is just an extraordinary address. Tell us about the property there.
I don't know. I'm just still trying to figure out why you went and took your kids down Lempriere.
Because it's something like a mystical and whimsical and magical.
Yes. Do they have iPads and iPhones and
no, don't have any of that.
Movies?
No.
Take them down and walk down a street.
Well, it's just like one of those old civilizations, you know, but the old English style civilizations.
I'm sure your kids must have been thrilled by that.
Oh, that was great.
Anyway, let's talk about the real estate in the street, because it's a beautiful location, as you've just told us, and your kids can attest to that.
They can.
Darren and Sally handling that one, going to sell in excess of $2 million, a beautiful parcel of real estate. But up the road there is a property, Gary, at Vadlua, which in my opinion,
a few streets away,
is almost its equal.
Yeah, another great.
Have you taken your children down to Vadlua?
No, I didn't take them down there.
Kids, that's coming up.
I don't want to
next week if you're lucky.
I'm working them up to it, but Vadlua Avenue is a very good address.
Won't they have a great
Tell us
time
about that house.
Well, can't tell you too much about it in terms of price, because it's one of those POA ones.
Okay.
Which is price on application, but it's
price
in
aside?
excess of 16,000 square feet of land.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's like a suburb.
It is almost like a suburb. We could almost have the Botanical Gardens there. Yes. So that's coming up. Also, 27th of October. And again, on the 26th, I think it is, Charnwood Grove, got a fantastic 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Again, St Kilda Hill. Beautiful address, beautiful spot.
Any idea on price what that one's going to be?
Very good idea. That'll be somewhere between $350 and $400, unless we get some competition.
One better? Yeah.
Good size 1-bedroom.
Good size
really
1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Good address. So we're talking about great real estate in, of course, St Kilda and surrounds.
Yes.
And certainly some good offerings coming up. And there's not much time left, is there? If you want to sell this year, you've got to get your roller skates on, Mr. Roses. Is that right?
There's about 8 to 10 weeks left of activity, which means if you want to get on board for 2013, time is swiftly running out. There's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks.
What's the mood of the market like?
The mood is strong.
Yeah.
The mood is very good. The clearance rates are up.
Yes.
I think the supposed experts are using the B word a little bit too much.
Last week I just read the paper on the weekend and I went out of the racing section into real estate because they're very close by.
Was that before or after you took the kids down to Lempriere?
No, that was well after that. They're talking about it being a boom, talking about people paying 10% over the odds. I'm not so sure it's a boom.
Not sure if it's a boom. I think that probably scares a few people off. But one thing that is true is that when we look at our numbers of people through opens, that is increasing.
Now, I was in Sydney last week, and I reckon
again on holidays,
doing a fact-finding real estate mission, of course. And I've got to tell you, with my family, in my board shorts. But I have to tell you, and I didn't claim it as a tax deduction. No. It was a holiday, you could say. But I've got to tell you, I couldn't help checking out the Wentworth Courier, which is the Bible of real estate in the eastern suburbs.
Print media there.
And talking to a few agents, and the market is so hot there. I mean, the clearance rates are like 85, 90%. They're very strong in Melbourne. Some of our weekends are like that. But right across the board, we're talking about big results in Sydney. Often Sydney is...
Please.
Go on. No.
Finish.
No, it won't.
Sydney is it's ups are up and it's downs are down. And I think Melbourne is a little bit more consistent. I think that may be true of the people in Melbourne as well as the people in Sydney.
But it often sets the theme for real estate right across the nation too.
Going to be a bumper spring.
It can often come down here. It's going to be a big spring. There's some good offerings, some good variety, from car spaces to mansions to beautiful properties. It's all happening, and we're going to keep bringing people the information, whether you like it or not, on Bayside and St Kilda Report. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Jeremy Roses, and a big kiss and a hello to my mum. I hope you're watching and enjoying.
Such a good son, a good boy. Bye for now. Cheers.